We have Ryan Karhut here. He is the head coach for Team Manitoba that will be competing in the 2018 Football Canada Cup in Calgary, Alberta, in just a little bit over a week from now. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
So Ryan, for those people that are watching this that don't know about your playing career and your coaching career, can you give a little bit of background as to who you are?
Sure. I played junior football for 5 years at the Edmonton Huskies, and then ended up playing with the University of Manitoba Bisons for 3 years from 2005 and 2007, winning the Vanier Cup in 2007. And I had a very short stint with the Montreal Alouettes after that, but nothing too much to talk about with that. And then got into coaching in Winnipeg in high school. I was the head coach at the Winnipeg Rifles, and I moved on to be the special teams coordinator at York University, and now I'm the special teams coordinator with the University of Manitoba Bisons.
So, Ryan, let's talk about this year's Team Manitoba. What can we expect from this year's version of the team?
Well, I don't really know for sure yet. We haven't played any games, so it's kind of hard for us to tell exactly what we are at this point. We got some good kids that like to fly around the field and make plays, and I think we're going to be a real competitive team. We got a lot of guys that are very competitive in nature, and we've been pushing them pretty hard during training camp here to kind of raise their level of compete and make sure that we're ready to go when we get that national tournament, because everyone there is really, really good, and we want to try to make sure we're as ready as possible.
So let's talk about your quarterbacks. Who are they, and can you talk a little bit about their playing style, whether they complement each other or whether they have differing styles?
So the two quarterbacks that we have right now are T. Jesse and Jackson Tuchinski. They're very similar quarterbacks. They're both big, strong athletes. They're both very mobile. They're very, very good football players. One's grade 11, one's grade 10. And honestly, they push each other each and every day. And right now, we don't even know who our number one guy is. They both work extremely hard. They've been pushing each other since our first days. And, it's been a lot of fun to watch those two compete every day on the field.
And can you talk a little bit about Team Manitoba's offense this year?
Our offense is going to be a little bit. It's going to be fun to watch. We have a lot of really good athletes. We got a lot of great athletes in a bunch of different positions, and trying to figure out a way to get them all on the field, and getting them the ball as much as they need the ball for their skill set is kind of been the fun challenge for our coaching staff so far. So. It's going to be fun to watch them kind of get unveiled, I guess, at the tournament, and just kind of see how they're ready to compete against Saskatchewan.
Now, there are a couple of players to watch on offense.
Well, I think both of our quarterbacks, obviously. We got a couple of returning players in Stubbs and Vaughn Lloyd at running back. I think just drawing on those guys' experience will be very good, and I think Gavin Reed has proven himself to be a very elite offensive lineman going into this tournament, and I'm excited to kind of watch him compete on the national stage. He was also a member of last year's team as well. So.
Okay, and Ryan, let's go to the flip side and talk about the defense, what to expect and a few players to watch.
We got a pretty physical squad. I think that's kind of something that we're kind of excited about, to watch those guys get on the field when we finally get there in about a week's time. There's a good mix actually of younger guys, some 2002s and some 2001s who are ready to take the field for us on defense. I think the big thing for us that as a coaching staff we're excited to watch is our linebacking core and kind of see them get unveiled. So I think all those guys are kind of guys to watch. Austin Balan, who's our returning safety from last year's team, will probably be a big difference maker for us on defense, as well as our two boundary guys on the defensive backfield in Jared and Elijah. I think they're both guys that kind of keep an eye on.
And how important a role is special teams going to play in this tournament for Manitoba? And is there anybody we should watch for when that unit's concerned?
Well, you're talking to a special teams coordinator for our team and the head coach, so I would like to think special teams are going to play a pretty vital role for us. I think we're spending quite a bit of time right now on ensuring that we kind of have our ducks all in a row on special teams and kind of working hard to progress to make sure we're ready to roll out our system. Honestly, I can't say that there's going to be one guy to watch for on special teams. I think we're going to kind of attack with everyone that we have, sort of thing. So with a 40-man roster, it's really tough to narrow down one guy on specials.
So, Ryan, overall, how many returning players from last year's team will be back this year?
Well, out of our, I don't know the exact number, honestly. I think six or seven from last year's team will be back. So it's a pretty good group of guys that are going to be back, and it's really good to have their experience to draw on for our younger guys, especially of just talking to our team about what to expect the challenges are going to be at the tournament.
So in the first game, you were playing Team Saskatchewan, who earned the silver medal last year at the tournament. What do you know about your opponent? What can you talk about them, and what are you doing to prepare for them?
You know what? I kind of know a little bit about them because I am from Saskatchewan. I was born and raised there, so I know a little bit about Saskatchewan football. They're going to be tough no matter what you do. They're always a very, very good football team at this tournament. Their lows are always really good, and their highs are always really good. They're one of the teams that are usually in the top four every year. We know we're going to get their best shot, and it's just about trying to prepare our guys as best we can for that moment.
What is the goal for Team Manitoba at the 2018 Football Canada Cup?
Put our best foot forward, get on the field and compete, limit our mistakes as much as possible, and at the end of 48 minutes, hope that we're on the right side of the scoreboard. I think more of it's just kind of getting our guys ready to go and make sure that we're executing what we're asking of them, get out there on the field and, play our butts off, and at the end of 40 minutes, we'll see what happens.
Brian, if you could describe the 2018 Team Manitoba in one word, what would it be and why?
I would say hungry. Manitoba hasn't, I would say, put its best foot forward every year at this tournament. We've struggled in recent years with our finishing positions, and it's no knock on anyone that's been part of the program before. It's just been a bit of a rough patch for us, and I think with the group of guys that we have this year, decent number of guys returning with a bunch of young guys who are energetic and excited to compete at this stage. I think they're just hungry to try to go out there and prove what they can do and see what happens when we get on the field.
Ryan, for you personally, what are you most looking forward to at this year's Football Canada Cup?
I think honestly just seeing our kids succeed. I think seeing them get on the field and compete, and when we have our successes and our failures, just seeing how they react and how they respond in those situations. It's always interesting seeing these athletes. They're kind of in a position that they're not always used to or always comfortable with. Competing nationally is completely different than competing in their own high school league. So I think just for me, I'm excited to see how our guys respond to the challenge and the adversity that we're undoubtedly about to face.
Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Pleasure.
That was Ryan Karhut. He is the head coach for Team Manitoba that will be competing at the 2018 Football Canada Cup in Calgary, Alberta.